things usually come in threes, from Ed, Edd and Eddy to Shonen Jump's Big Three. This is no different in art, where we have the 3 marker challenge. Hey there, my name's Sandy, and last week I did the random color palette challenge, and this week I'm doing the random 3 color challenge, because I don't have markers. And plus, I'm doing this digitally. So let me catch you up on the rules that I made for this, that I established in my last video. So, rule number 1, I can only use the colors that you see. Like I have to get the eyedropper tool and just pick the color. So that means I can't just mix the colors on the canvas and then just eyedropper the mixed color and just use it as a way to like fill in spots. The only way I could do that is by just having the 2 colors on the canvas and try to mix them together. So yeah. And my next rule is that I can use layers, like different layers, the multiple layer types that comes with digital art, because that's the whole point of digital art, in my opinion. And then after that, my third and final rule is that I'm allowed to use white as a color / eraser, because the way the eraser tool works for digital art, it's different than how white works. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It works differently, and it's a lot easier to use white than just eraser sometimes. So that's just a quality of life thing that I added. Okay, so to get my colors, I used the same website that I did in my last video, which was Coolers, if I'm correct. And I was just seeing if they had a 3 color option. They do, but you have to pay a premium for it, or like subscription fee for it. Bro, we live in a crazy capitalistic society. So I didn't do that, and I just went to random color palettes with 3 colors that people made, and I just like did a random number generator out of 200, and I just picked one of those. And what we got was, we got charcoal. This does not look anything like charcoal. I'll keep 100. Then we got pumpkin. This one looks a little bit more accurate. Then we got sun glow, also pretty accurate. So let's get into the drawing. Okay, so coming into the drawing, I was like trying to use a character from Zenless Zone Zero, because that's been my gotcha game hyperfixation for a few weeks now. I'd say it's either a few weeks or a couple of weeks. I don't even know. So there's 2 characters that I was thinking about. There's Lucy, which is the one I inevitably end up on, and then we got Piper, which is the one that didn't make it, I guess. So the only thing that like stopped me from Piper is because I feel like I couldn't use all of the colors in the color palette as well as I could with Lucy, and that's basically the reason. And I was kind of torn up about that, because I have a team where Piper is like the main DPS. Anyways, back to the drawing. Can't get sidetracked. So I did Lucy, and Lucy as a character, from what I saw in the game, is more like a tsundere character. You know what I'm saying? She's like, man, peasant. And then if you fall down, she's like, oh, bruh, I'm not here to help you or anything, but here's my hand type shit. And I was like, I like tsundere characters, believe it or not. Anyways, so that's where the main idea of the piece came in, because she has these little pig things. I don't know what they are in the game. I don't know if they're like actual pigs or like robot, you know what I mean? Because in the game, it's like futuristic in a sense, and it got robots. But I didn't know, there's a thing in the game called Bang Boos, which is like a tiny robot thing, low-key. I didn't know if it was one of those. I don't think it is. I think it's just like a pig. But yeah, so she has these tiny pig familiars, I guess. And the idea was one of them gets hurt, but she's like, oh, I guess I'll hug you to comfort you or something, you know what I'm saying, I guess. So that's the main idea of the piece. And then going into the more technical aspects of it, like the layer usage. So for the line art, because I knew the line art you wouldn't be able to see, because I used the same line art color for the jacket color, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So I put the line art layer on multiply, and I had another multiply layer for just adding darker parts to the jacket, as you can see in some of these areas, like right here and right here. So I just did that so that there'd be more value contrast than just color contrast, because I wanted all the main like yellow. I wanted yellow to be the main contrasting factor for the head, so that your eyes would naturally just lead to there. And then for the rendering, I low-key didn't do anything crazy with it. I just, just did it. And then same with the lighting. Nothing extreme to be noteworthy. And then when I was finishing up the piece, I was like, this is kind of missing something, just a little bit something else. So I was like, oh, why don't I add a little pig guy in the background, just be like, yo, what you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? You know what I mean? just to add a little bit more context on why he has that bump on his head. So I did that. And then after like doing that, I've kind of like doing this thing where I just have the things that are like a little bit more in background. I spray paint some white, so it's a little bit like it blends in more with the background. You know what I mean? And I kind of been liking doing that effect, and I think I did pretty well. So that's that. And yeah, that's the finished piece. I really like how it turned out. I'm really surprised how good these random color palette pieces are turning out, because the last one was Vivian, and I really like how that one turned out. And I was really scared to do this one, because I won't lie, I low-key tried this before, and I don't know if it was the colors I got or something else, but that looked like straight buns. But trying it again after a while, I think it turned out great, honestly. So that's 2 out of the 3 done. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the second art color challenge. The next one should be the monochrome color challenge. And then if you guys want to suggest another color or something like that in the color challenge range, I guess, just leave a comment and I'll probably do that in a future video. But for now, my saga of color challenges are coming to an end, I guess, until I go back to just turning random video game characters into anime girls or gender bending them. You know how it would be. And yeah, if you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, don't like the video. And that's all for today. Peace.